Hello, how y'all doing tonight? Usually when I do content, this whole time I have not, used anybody else's content. I haven't, everything just been based upon my heart and my mind. So, I'm bringing this video tonight, and shout out to Brian Johova. Y'all check Brian Johova out. He's been very supportive, and I'm new to this YouTube. My brother, he has a lot of great insight, when it comes to the African American male community. But he did a video today on when you catch a woman cheating. And I think that was a very good topic because, it's in today's world it's so easy to cheat, and all these different social medias and different stuff like that, and you know things that's put in songs and stuff like that. People really have lost morality. We have really, fell astray when it comes to traditional values. But he was speaking on from a male's perspective, and I'm gonna share it from a female's perspective. So what I want to say is, y'all, um, what I basically want to say about the topic is, um, to be honest with you, I've been dating for quite some time. I'm 34 years old, and I've seen the odds and ends when it comes to relationships. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've seen the odds and ends. Now I've learned a lot of things that I need to know in order to, make situations and relationships better. I know a lot of warning signs. I know things to look out for. And I also would like to add that I noticed that it's a lot of, sorry males and females out here. And a lot of the times, those are the ones who is getting the treatment that they shouldn't deserve. At one point in time, it was a such thing as men being called tricks, and y'all know what a trick is. But nowadays, a man doesn't have to bring anything to the table, and he's still experiencing the same luxuries or benefits of being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Even females, there's a lot of females who's not willing to work, willing to go to school or anything, but they have the road paid for them. But it's a very backwards world, and the arena that I'm in, I am a type of woman where I would love to bring something to the table, and I will bring something to the table because, it's strength in numbers. If it's both of us bringing to the table and it's both of us trying, and if we're working as a team, then things are going to be a lot better for us. So, getting back to the topic at hand, I've noticed that, men and women cheat, but I've noticed that men often, they you know what I'm saying? They often take it worse than a woman would take it. So that's why I want to go ahead and start discussing. Men are not very affectionate people, and they are the backbone. So men, they very good at trying to hide their feelings and stuff. So if a man doesn't expect a woman to be doing something, even though he's doing something, it hurts his pride, it hurts his integrity, and a lot of times it makes the controllingness come out. Sometimes it can even get situations can get fatal. You know, a lot of times nowadays people don't do unto others as they would have done unto them. But how I'm gonna answer is, if your man is cheating, well, I would say before he even cheats. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a point in time before he even cheats. And you need to have those conversations. How y'all feel about cheating, how y'all feel about other people. You need to bring all of that stuff to the table. And I do know that it's a lot of men out there, they don't want to discuss that stuff, but that is a warning sign of what you're dealing with, because when you're dealing with somebody, they're going to want to be transparent. They're going to, if they change, they're going to want to share their stories with you. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why should I tell everything? And I understand that point, but if you have really changed your ways, you do not mind conversing with a person and coming together and sharing y'all experiences so y'all can make y'all situation better for each other. So I also want to say, if you do find, you need to have that conversation with him first and foremost. So you need to go ahead and set some boundaries, what you expect, and you really need to come up with, let him know how you're going to deal with this when it takes place. So when it really does take place, you really have to stick to your guns. And I know it's easier said than done, but you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't carry it all the way through, you really do have to let them feel the heat and let them know that they can't just treat you any type of way, because there are diseases out there. That is betrayal and everything else. And I understand that people do make mistakes, but a lot of time when a man cheats on you and you don't do anything back, you know what I'm saying? That man, he starts feeling like you're going to eventually do something, or you know what I'm saying, the woman will feel you know what I'm saying, out of human nature, well, if he's doing this or doing that, then I have to get back up. But no, don't get back up. You stand with integrity. If you know what I'm saying, do the best that you can. I know things happen, but you need to just respect your body, respect your morals, and that will help you get through your decision. So if he still cheats on you after y'all had that talk, like I said, you got to make him feel the heat. After you make him feel the heat, you don't just let him easily just come back. Y'all have to take the steps that y'all need to take. You need to figure out why it happened in the first place. You need to talk about all this stuff and lay it all out open on the table. If he's not willing to do that, then 9 times out of 10, this pattern of behavior is going to, you know what I'm saying, continue to go. So I also want to say that um, you know, you have to, in order to decrease the likelihood of a man going out there, you have to let him see the value that you have in you. If you let him see, you know what I'm saying, for instance, like me, I'm a smaller woman. So if a man that I'm dealing with has a problem with lust, or he wants somebody based upon, size and all that stuff, you have to let them know who you are on the inside. That's the biggest thing. If you let them know who you are on the inside, and you walk with morals and integrity, they will eventually see you for the internal beauty that you have, and nobody can never replace that external beauty. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of guys I come across. They tell me, they say, you're the realest female I ever met, and that could be a lie, but most of them has said that, so I feel like there is truth to it, because I have always, try to keep it real, or try to walk with integrity. And the Bible speaks, even if you're not married with somebody, that's your goal when you should be with somebody, but it speaks upon nagging. And I've found that in points in my life I have nagged, but it's only because I'm trying to get situations right, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, inspire them or us to do right. And sometimes when people are not trying to do right, they look at it as nagging versus constructive criticism. So sometimes men, they use, even men, they use scapegoats in order to do what they want to do. But if you're holding it down and you're doing what you're supposed to do, then it's not anything that you have done. It is, you know what I'm saying, it's a stage act that people try to blame upon you. So if you find out he is cheating, you're gonna have to soak it up. You're gonna have to cry it out. You're gonna have to also just soak it up. It's gonna take quite some time. I talked to my boss one time. She told me her husband didn't love her anymore. He got a divorce. She told me that she had to go through counseling for 2 years. So you have to surround yourself with people with support. You have to do counseling. Sometimes you have to decline calls of the other person, but you need to make sure that this person is not going to continue to treat you like this. And like I said, it's diseases out there. It's emotional abuse that's going on. So you really have to stand up for yourself. You have to stick to your guns. You have to let them know that you are valuable. And once they lose you, once they start seeing the value in if they lost you, that would decrease the chances of wanting to do anything, especially if they know once they, cross that line that it's over and it's a wrap. And you, as women, we also have to tell ourselves that if it does happen, or if it keeps happening, what's going to be our plan of action. You know what I'm saying? And we have to really stick to our guns. Um, I would say, if a man cheats on you, don't try to put your hands on him. Don't try to play all type of games with him. None of that stuff, because at the end of the day, that's what they expect you to do. So whenever you act like it doesn't matter, it could be beneficial, but then again, they could think that you don't care. But people often want what they don't have. You know what I'm saying? So If you feel like if they see that you're not really affected, it could make them want to do it more, or it can make them, think that you're doing something and want to straighten up. But we don't never want to play games. We don't never want to play tit for tat games, and that's how domestic violence situations take place. But sometimes, if somebody does cheat on you or something, sometimes you have to reach out to maybe your mother, your best friend, or a family member or something, because um, often when people are exposed or people are, confronted with an issue, they don't want to change it, or they don't want to admit it, so they get very irate. So if he does cheat on you, y'all need to talk it out, or you need to walk away. You need to come up with a course of action plan. You need to figure out why it happened in the first place, and y'all should really try to work together. But don't allow that to keep happening to you. I've seen couples where the man keeps cheating on the woman and the woman keeps cheating on the man, and that's not stability for anybody, and it's a very dangerous situation to be in. So women, I would just advise you to walk away. Well, let's start over. I would advise you to have the talk at first. If it happens, you need to put your foot down. If you don't see any change or any, improvements, then you need to just probably walk away, because there are a lot of people who really don't play cheating. They don't like it. They don't tolerate it. They don't stomach it. They don't think it's cute. So we just have to know our worth. We really do have to know our worth. Don't wig out. Don't go crazy. Just, the Bible also speaks. It says, let me find the scripture for y'all. It says, something to the effect of, like, when someone, hold on. And to be honest, y'all, I have been cheated on before, plenty of times. Sometimes I didn't know to wait after the fact, but it opens your awareness, and it teaches you how to deal with this situation. I don't feel like I could take many of that, but you have to be attentive too. You have to always pay attention. Don't ever put your guard down. Don't trust no man but God. Not trying to put any man down, and women, men, don't trust any woman but God. You should cut off, but I'm gonna just end it with this last thing to be said. It says, I'm so sorry. Let me go to it. Um, all right, y'all, just bear with me. Okay, it says reject a fictitious man after a first and second warning. So, if somebody really loves you, and especially if you're married to him, I would suggest, you know, everybody get that one little mess up. But, people, we just can't keep, treating each other like that or find it to be excusable. So, it's not tolerable for me. I'm not trying to do it to anybody. Sometimes when people young, they do that type of stuff, but you should eventually grow out of it. Talk to you later. So, y'all, I'm just going to read some Bible verses. It says, take away the wicked before the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. But those who are outside God judges, remove the wicked man from among yourselves. You hypocrite, first take the log out of your own eye, then you will see clearly and take the speck out of your brother's eye. But whoever a person turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. And it will be said, build up, prepare the way, remove every